Morning everyone. It is Wednesday morning. All the kids are off to school. It's a super cold morning. It's minus 15 or 16 and I'm just driving to the barn here to do some chores. No lambs overnight as far as I could see, and I know Ewes is in labor. She's been pushing for the last 45 minutes. So I have to get over there and make sure that everything's okay. I'm probably going to have to check her out, make sure that the lamb is presenting properly, and see how that goes. Off to a good start. Thankfully we didn't have too many lambs last night because it was so cold. And so we'll see what things are looking like in there. As you can see, we've got piles of snow. This is our biggest snowfall so far of the year, and yeah, it's kind of been exciting for the kids. Yesterday they had a snow day. They didn't have to go to school, so everyone is home again. Chances are we won't be getting a March break this year at this rate. Okay, so we got everybody grain fed, which quiets the barn down and also frees up space for all these little guys. As soon as the mothers line up at the front here like this, the lambs just love the freedom in the back. And yeah, it's starting to get really fun here. Lots of lambs. As you can see, this group all has blue stripes on them, and that's because sometimes lambs get into the aisle like this guy, and sometimes they end up in the wrong pen. Like that guy right there doesn't have a blue mark on him, and he's bigger than the rest of these. So we got to know where he belongs, or else he doesn't have a mother to feed him. That is a bit of a problem with the design and setup of this barn. The lambs are able to get out into the aisle, and that causes all kinds of trouble sometimes. So it's quite important that we keep them quite well bedded so they stay nice and dry, keep the bacteria levels down. And one of the main, I wouldn't say the main problem, but a problem that almost every farmer has is problems with joint ill, which means they get a sore and stiff joint, and once bacteria sets into their joints, it's almost impossible to treat and to fix that problem. So it's much better to be proactive and prevent that problem from even happening in the first place. So as you can see over here, there's the ewe that was straining for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I was watching her in the house. So as soon as I got to the barn, we did a internal check here, and as suspected, one of them had their heads the wrong way and only the feet were coming out. So thankfully the lamb was still okay. They're actually two really big lambs. I'm sure she would have gotten them out on her own, except for that head was turned back, which makes it almost impossible for that to happen. So she settled right down. She was super agitated, of course, before, which is why it's all the mashed up here. And she's got milk, so she's going to be fine, I think. Hey, cow. Yeah, the boys called this one Cow. I guess you can kind of see why, but she's also a tame one that always tends to come up to us. She's always curious. So then they get named. This one only had a single. The same with this one, which is rather unusual. Oh, I forgot to give you guys grain, eh? That's why you're complaining. All right, I gotta give them some corn. And then we gotta feed hay yet. So yesterday, or Tuesday, was a really slow day. We only had one lambing. It was a quad, which is good. But other than that, we didn't have any lambs until this morning again. So we often find that's what happens, is we'll have a whole bunch of 10 to 20, sometimes even 30 lamb out within a day or two, and then all of a sudden we'll have a day or two of nothing, and it seems to go in groups a little bit, which on one hand is kind of nice. You don't run out of lambing pens then. It gives you a chance to catch your breath, get all those lambs processed, and get them out of those lambing pens and into groups, so that we don't need to have much more lambing pens. Because I was maxed out the other day. Every lambing pen I had, I was using. We were just grabbing boards from wherever to make a few extras, and so anyway, it's going good. All right, so everybody is fed. That's always half the battle when we first get started in the morning. And then when that's done, we can focus on other things. But since that one ewe that I helped this morning lambed, we've had 2 more. This one right here has 3 of them. And this one right here has 2 really big ones. And I've had to help with all 3 so far. And I'm wondering if these lambs are just starting to get too big. Sometimes if you've been feeding really heavy, the lambs almost get too big. This one here was the first one out. And the reason it wasn't coming was because it had a leg stuck back. As I said, both legs and the nose should be coming out at the same time. This one only had 1 leg in the nose. And just because they're so big, sometimes it can be quite forgiving to have that 1 leg back. They can still often get them out. But when they get this size and things aren't exactly the way they should be, that's when they have a lot of difficulty. This one here had the one with the head back again. And I don't know why, but anyways, I've had to pull all 3 of these out. But they're looking really good. They're a nice size. And she's got milk. So speaking of which, I probably should check this one, make sure she's got milk, because without milk we're up the creek. Okay, so I've got good news and I've got bad news. The bad news is the one side's not working. I can't get even a drip of milk out of it. The good news, the other side has lots of milk. So now the question is that other one gonna open up and start working eventually? That's the big question. 2 lambs can nurse from one side, but it's just never ideal. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on her and see what happens. Maybe I'll give her a quick shot of oxytocin. Oxytocin is a hormone that these ewes produce naturally. And sometimes they don't have it at great enough levels, or when you increase the level of it in their body, it really lets that milk down and releases it. So maybe I'll give that a shot and see what happens. So this is evening night check. I just fed a few of these pregnant nursing ewes here some more hay, so everyone thinks they need some more food, but just watching these lambs as they race around at the back here. So we've got 2 pens here now. 2 pens here now. And we've still always got a few in the alleyway. But what was most interesting is when I did my 11 o'clock night check here, I found 5 ewes lambing. So I've already got them all tucked away in their little lambing pens for the night. But it was quite a haul. I think we got 15 lambs from these 5 ewes. They're still getting on their feet here. We've got 4 in here. They're still kind of randomly flopped around here. What's going on here? Hey? Okay, on your feet. Come on. They were literally born like 10 minutes ago, so the first one over there, here, had 4. This one had 3. This one had 3. This one had 4. And this one only had 2, so I took one from this girl here and gave one to her so that we balanced things out a little. so that way we don't have as many bottle feeds. So this one right here's now got 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4. Yeah, that's a good haul. So I think it's bedtime. I can tell it's the end of the day. I don't see anybody else lambing or about to lamb as far as I can tell. So I'm gonna call it a night. If they do lamb, they'll just have to take care of them all on their own. Good night. I'm ready for bed.
Morning. It's Friday morning, and I think on this video you'll see a span of 3 days or something: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we had a bit of a break from Wednesday to Thursday, I think, with lambs, and then last night, I think you'll have seen that footage. Jeff was out here at around 11:30. There was 5 ewes lambing. Anyway, so today we're out here again. We had a few more lambs again, some more bottle feeds, some of them that were a bit weak. Anyway, so right here we have a ewe who just lambed. I am certain she has more, but she is being what we call an overzealous mother. She's pawing at her lamb to get it to stand up. I don't know if she'll do that for me right now to show you. Anyways, she's trying to get it up, but it is perfectly fine. She just wants it to get up right now. So I'm wondering if we should probably go in and pull out her other ones so that she does calm down. Doesn't always mean they do that. But yeah, there it goes. There she goes. He, she, I don't know what it is yet. Look at that. Beautiful lamb. Up on its feet. And we have a stealer. This ewe thinks that lamb is hers. She's a little hormonal. She was licking it off earlier, and she still thinks it's hers. It's not yours, sorry. Yours are still coming. Anyway, so we'll maybe see if she has more in her. And we have some more over here about to lamb as well.
So it was a bit before she was having her other lamb, so we thought we'd check. And we pulled out 2 more here.
You got another one in here.
And it looks like there might be 1 more.
I don't know what it's doing.
Well, you can just wait, otherwise it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it work its way down.
They're not real big.
No.
This one here is pretty big. But the other 2 are fairly small, so who knows, she might have another 2 still in there.
So we've had some busy days, and I think we're almost done here this morning. We're gonna head in soon, but this ewe just had a few more. I think she still has probably 1 more in her. I only felt 1 more, so but that's what's going on this morning. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.